not my man. You're not my man. You're a genius.
Facts. All right. I'm ready to rock. You guys good to go?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, this sounds good. This looks good. Everything looks and sounds good. All right, guys. You guys know who the fuck I am. I'm John D. Contradictionist for the people listening. They got to be used to my voice by now. But introduce yourselves. You guys choose an order. It's a lot of you. Never had this many people in one shot. WLP's first.
What's up? What? W motherfucker, we're here. 3H. You know how it is. I don't know what else to say. No, I'm kidding. You can catch me at It's WLP, ITS WLP, Instagram, everywhere. And yeah. What's up, world? 3H.
Facts. Next. Someone got to go. All right, Superman shirt. Go for it.
I knew you. How did I know I was getting next? All right, what up? It's Status 631. Catch me on all social media. Status 631, representing 3H. You already know the deal. Appreciate you for having us on, bro.
Yes, sir. All right, red shirt.
All right, so my name's The Season. Artist and producer, 3H.
Facts.
Shout out to John D. Shout out to Nine Mans.
Thank you, sir. And then blue shirt.
Kyru Wick, big old dick. You can get me on Instagram, just Instagram, KYRU_WIK, aka Jackie Daytona, aka Young Moogle Boy, the Prince.
I just realized I didn't throw my IG in, so I'm at The Season LI for Long Island 13.
Yeah. This is nice. This is almost a complete Long Island thing, but, Kyru had to fuck it up.
Yeah.
But it's all good, though. It's all solid, though. But, this is for me, this is a nice little thing. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, I rock with all of you guys. I've rocked with you guys for a minute. Even though we're all cool, I've always been a fan first, and then we're homies after that. But, just to keep it a buck, but that's about the nicest shit I'm going to say. I'm going to keep it at the beginning, and then we're going to move on with it.
Right now. I was waiting for the punch. I was like, oh, hell.
Yeah, I know, right? It never heard me this positive. But, yeah, man, I just keep it in a buck, man. I'm not too cool to say that I was a fan first, and I'm still a fan. You know what I'm saying? No matter what the page says or anyone else says, I am a fan, all right? But, y'all all good. Y'all have all gotten green checks. Pretty sure you've all gotten green checks, right?
Yeah.
So I'm the only one here that's gotten a red stamp from my own page.
Well, I only have had one project.
It still counts. I put a couple on there, but still, I'm the only one here who got a fucking red stamp.
I got two greens. I got two greens on now.
I've gotten 2 green stamps too.
See, the vets over here. 2 greens, 2 greens, 1 green, 1 green. See, look at that. And me, 1 red.
I disagree with you, bro. I disagree with you, man.
You know what's funny? That dude who did it.
I disagree with you. I disagree with your homie that did that, man. Honestly, I think that project was fire.
He was I
remember.
I saw it coming because he was a red stamp veteran. He got a couple red stamps from us. So I gave him a chance. I was like, anybody want to do this just in the story? Like I always do with anyone that's part of Not Your Mans if they put out something. And he jumped on it. So I was like, all right, it's already felt this. This already felt
he knew. He was waiting.
Yeah.
He was waiting.
So, and I was like, I'll take it because you know what? I kicked his ass before via review. So I'm like, you know what? I will fucking take it. You know what I'm saying? This is the bed that I made. I will lay in it. You know what I'm saying? And he did. And it hurt because that was my first project was all me.
The way you guys do though.
Hey man, when I saw that red stamp, I was like, this is unbelievable.
He didn't even crack a good joke. He should have cooked me. You knew he was gonna give me one.
Word on everything. I was listening to it the other day, yo. I fucking love that project. And your girl narrating it, roast the shit.
Shout out to Stacy. Stacy's my homegirl since elementary school, but she used to hate me in elementary school. She used to invite everyone but me to her parties, and this nigga Randy used to sneak me into her parties, and she'd be pissed. And now that we're older and we're cool, she's always like, "No, I used to invite you." I'm like, "No, you didn't."
That's hilarious.
Yo, Randy sneaking you in.
Randy used to sneak me into her parties, man. But that's elementary school. That's that drama. I'll never forget it, man. That's that drama. But yeah, man, let's go through it though. How you guys been? I'm gonna start with my man WLP because WLP, We go back, you know what I'm saying? Not Your Man's owes you its dues. So what's good, man? What you been up to?
Whatever I've been up to. I've been writing every single day.
I believe that.
I don't know how many projects I have in the stash, but like that's just all I've been doing. And you never know. I might hit you with some surprise shit. I don't know yet. Nobody knows anything. I just been writing like a motherfucker.
Good,
you
man.
know, and of course, I'm writing stuff that could possibly be for our collab project, our next one.
We still don't drop. We still have something in the tuck.
Yes, we do.
We still have something in the tuck, which we got to figure out, you know. But that's, you know, the quarantine hit us right when we were about to start it, but that's fine. You know what I'm saying? But hey, salute to that. Always writing. I'm just waiting for the Cornfest project. You know what I'm saying? I've been waiting for that for a minute.
I wrote one song today. One. I wrote it because, like, the thing is that I had an intro that was gonna start hilarious. It's from a movie. I'm not gonna name the movie because I don't want to give too much away.
Yeah, don't spoil it.
No, I'm not gonna spoil anything. Like I'm gonna show it to you. Like when when it's half done, I'm like, yo, dude, check this out, and you're gonna die. I know you are.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna be ready.
Everybody.
For it. I'm ready for that. All right, fair enough. So that's what you're doing. You're doing your writing thing. So, Season, let's get to you, my man. What you been up to? I know you always working. So what you been up to?
Yeah, so I've been, going through the process to learn to actually record, mix, do everything myself. Been producing a lot, been writing a lot, just, prepping out a real plan to move forward with my business and my label. Signed a distribution deal for my label with Symphonic Distribution.
Fire.
So, I'm just looking to really organize the business and strategically move forward with a actual approach that is written down and like planned out to a T for a year stretch of time.
Nice.
And see what happens. You know what I mean? Just be consistent, stay quiet, just keep working for now, and then, you know what I mean, hit them with a year consistency already pre-made. So then that over that year I can work on what's next.
Facts. And it looks regular. Salute to that, man.
Yeah.
That's a move, man. You got to be strategic out here, man. You can level up quietly. People don't understand that. You can level up quietly.
That's what it's about, bro.
And so Kairu, what you been up to, sir? I know you've been doing a bunch of things online. Let's talk about it, man.
Same type of shit. Me and Season were like bouncing shit off each other for months while we were both like learning to engineer. So we were like learning at the same time, like, yo, does this sound good? Does this sound... So like getting that done, and of course, like I posted a bunch of times that like I got 6 months, and it actually wound up being more than 6 months like worth of music done all at the same time, like ready to fucking go. So I have now until like November, I think, straight out, so I don't even have to think about it. So now I'm taking the time to like get back into the marketing, do my own like logo shit, the branding, because like the music is like passive at this point. Like I'm not even. It's like, oh, I got to upload today. Like I'm not making it as it's like it's there, it's sitting, done, it's ready. Yeah, so it's like that's what I've been working on, and then going to school, fucking learning some more of this shit at school.
Fire.
So
with the
waiting on the goddamn project we're supposed to work on too. We're supposed to work on a motherfucking project.
Facts. That is very true. I am waiting as well. I actually gave him a hard ass time for that. But all right, I feel you on that. Coming out here with the fast food raps, man, with the working line raps. You know what I'm saying? Flipping burgers on these tables. All right, man. And we got my man Status, man. What's good, man? What you been up to? You got a sword behind you, man. What's going on? That's Final Destination shit right now.
Yeah, of course. Just been working, building the home studio now.
Finally,
I got a lot of records in the stored right now, so I'm gonna be getting ready to start releasing once a month.
Okay.
Yeah, we just finished. I just got my mix and master back for my next single. We're dropping within a couple of weeks.
Solid.
That in writing a lot, until all this quarantine bullshit stops.
So you're gonna be writing for a long time, sir.
Yeah. But I'll have the studio now to at least start recording and everything.
Yeah, so you don't feel like
it changes the game.
It does. Even if it's not to like have the professional recording, to have a just something get off your mind the second you think of it from home is a fucking great feeling. Because then you could, by the time you're done recording it, when you're ready to actually record it, you can master it. You could do whatever you want. Like you got the flow down. You could fuck with your words, all that good shit. So it's a comfortable environment. All right, solid. So everybody's working, man. That's always good to see, man. I always fuck with y'all. I'm always harassing y'all to see what y'all doing and shit like that. But it's good to see everybody's making fucking use of this whole COVID-19 shit. Like, it fucked a lot of people up, but it also opened a lot of eyes. And if, you didn't learn a thing or two about being consistent and somewhat, active, during this time, then you fucking up. Because once things start to get kind of normal again, or even go even close to back to normal, what are you gonna do? You know, you're just gonna be lost still. So
Yeah.
So that's a good fucking move. So I'm gonna do this as a conglomerate. I know y'all got y'all solo things. Where's the team stuff happening? What y'all doing as a team, man? Talk to me. Ah, look at that.
No, but see, I think what happened was we were working on that shit. Like, even if you go back like 2 years, 3 years, whatever, there was a lot of that, but I don't think a lot of us were taking the time to work on ourselves individually. So we were trying to do this conglomerate shit with 9 people, and it was like not a single one of us like had our fucking ducks in a row individually. So we had to all step back and be like, I'm going to get my shit straight and figure out what I'm doing. And that's just what all I think we've been doing. And now it's getting almost back to a point, though, where we can start coming back and being like, all right, let's do some group shit again.
Yeah, especially since we all have a setup right
got
now.
weapons.
You know what I mean?
Got weapons at your disposal now.
I know me and Alpha got something working already. I know that. Not like a full project-wise, but we already rocked a record so far, like that we have already in the cut that we're going to put out soon. So, but like pretty much just like singles here and there. Like I know me and Season were working on something too, so... Like, it's not like not working either, you know what I mean? Like, we all work, and it's just as far as, like, a project, not yet, but, like, as far as, like, us still working to put it all, like, kinks together and making sure everything's lined up, like Karu said, like, making sure all our ducks are in order or whatever.
I've never
like,
heard that duck thing before, but I'm gonna just agree with it.
And I'm not even from the suburbs. Like, I hit you with a suburb line, too.
Is that a suburb line? Jesus.
I got all my ducks in a row, you know? That's what they fucking
Word.
Your suburbs is different.
Everything up.
But yeah, like to piggyback off that idea, like we still all always communicated and always worked together. So like, I feel like it's just more of like a community of like-minded individuals, but like smaller than a community. It's just us where we're constantly talking, bouncing ideas off each other. Nice. I know me and Status talk all the time. Me and Kairu started like trying to engineer for the first time at the same time. So we had each other to just like bounce references off each other. What do you think of this? Oh, like the sibilance is too high in that track. Like try and put a de-esser on the master bus or some shit. Like we just bouncing different ideas of like things we've heard, because we all are doing our own research and we hear shit from different places, and you know what I mean? You don't know, you only retain what you retain. Yeah. So like we can just keep bouncing ideas.
It's like even in this room now, it's four different thing like minds to bring 4 different like point of views to the table, which is dope, which you need, you know what I'm saying? Because one person can't know it all. You know what I'm saying? One person can't know it all. So that's the thing. Like even back in the day when I linked up with you guys and I'm like, yo, you guys got a team. That's a one step ahead of a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? Especially if used correctly. That's why, you know, we come from the era. We know of like a lot of eras coming out as super groups and shit like that. Like for example, like look at like D12. They did the group thing, blah blah blah. Even though one of them kind of made it, they still did the group thing. Fucking, you got like Slaughterhouse dudes who had like underground success, used it for mainstream success.
Fucking Slaughterhouse is like the biggest heartbreak of my whole life. Facts. I just want for like. I was a fucking teenager, bro, and to see that, like, Joe Budden got me through my, like, all this, like, depression shit, you know what I mean? And
facts, like, those tapes,
to watch all these dudes come together was just like, oh, no fucking way.
That first release, even the second one, too, that shit was literally everything we wanted it to be.
Oh, my God. And then to watch it just dissipate broke my fucking heart.
I'm not gonna lie. I've been a Joel fan before Slaughterhouse, and I feel like Joel was dope before the Slaughterhouse, but when Joel went into Slaughterhouse, he came out like a whole new Joel.
I think they all did.
Everyone came out way sharper. You know what I'm saying? Like, everyone came out. Like, I always rocked with Crooked Eye, but I rocked with the Crooked Eye I knew from, like, him being on Tech 9 shit and listening to his stuff that had, like, more of that sound, like a West Coast type thing. And then I always, big fan of Budden. And, like, Budden was always on some wild shit back in the day. And then to hear him, like, get hungry, like, to get, like, fucking vicious, I was like, okay. And I was never a big Royce fan. And back in the day, I wasn't a huge Royce fan.
I didn't know too much about it back in the day.
And I was just like, yo, and I loved, I was a fan of Joel too, but I never put Joel, at the top of a list type of thing. And then once they all came together, I'm like, oh, these are all fairly like nice dudes they all came together, and I'm like, yo, they are the most dangerous group. Like, I saw them live a bunch. I'm like, these are the most dangerous MCs
I never
out.
got to. That shit broke my heart,
dude.
And then when Joe Budden announced, so he dropped that album and like announced like this was my last tour. I was like, you gotta be fucking kidding.
Worse. But see, that whole thing, that's what I'm expecting from you guys. All right. I know I'm not trying to put the crazy pressure, but like you guys are all stepping up your game. You guys are all adding this like crazy arsenal. And like Kairu said, rap to him now is passive. You know what I'm saying? For season, I know it's passive for you. WLP, you write every fucking day. I know it's passive for you. Status, you back on your grind. I know you took a little hiatus, you took a little break, and you've been back on your passive shit. So what I'm expecting is a powerhouse. Like I want you guys to come back like fuck me up. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the type of shit that I'm expecting because y'all already been dope. Y'all gotta top that. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the type of shit that I'm looking for. And I know I'm always telling y'all like, come on, yeah, get after it. But that's because I know y'all can. You know what I'm saying? It ain't no like fuck shit. Cause you know me, I don't fuck with a lot of rappers. You know what I'm saying? So when I tell you guys like I know you guys can do some crazy shit, I know you guys can do some crazy shit. Especially now that you're all not. And no disrespect to like the producers you guys rocked with and shit like that, but now you guys have internal, you know what I'm saying, that internal heat. Like you got producers on your team now. You each can offer something to the table that'll make a team effort more you guys rather than put together from other producers and all this extra shit type. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we don't have to look anywhere to get what we're looking for. We're open to still collabing with, you know what I mean, people we worked in with the past, like, but at the same time, like, we can control, like, if they're not there, that's not holding us back.
You don't have to wait for anybody.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, you don't have to wait for mixes. You don't have to wait for stems. You don't have to wait for nothing. You know what I'm saying? Which is powerful, bro. It's very powerful.
Absolutely. I was actually talking with Alpha, like, once this whole quarantine madness is over, like, I was saying, like, we should have, like, a 3H, like, retreat type deal where we just pick a spot, rent the Airbnb for like a weekend 4 or 5 days, and just we all have setups. Everybody bring our setups. We'll have 3 or 4 different rooms, studios, just set up. Boom, we just and just do it. You know what I mean? Like if Kairu can get a cheap flight to Long Island, we'll head out to the East End. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like that. But honestly, that's reminiscent of like the golden era. You know what I'm saying? You talk to a lot of dudes from like that 90s hip hop era, not like, you know, big successful ones, but dudes that were in love with it, that wanted to do it. They had hip hop houses. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It'd be like 5 or 6. Yeah. It'd be like 5 or 6 MCs with like 2 producers with like, you know what I'm saying? All in a house, just like boom, 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 boom. Like, oh man, you just made 10 beats. I'm about to lay down 10 verses and someone else in the house is going to jump in on it. And these dudes are just like, we're going to throw out as much as we can. And strike, you know, we're gonna hit fire eventually, you know what I'm saying? And that's a dope wave. Like that whole sitting with someone and making music on the spot, you can't beat that.
They did that cool shit though. Like you go back and regardless of like personal opinions for any of the artists, like that whole conglomerate did that shit a couple years ago with that fucking what was it called? 7.
Pete?
No. It was like a 7 days thing. It was like 3 producers. It was like Kato. Jeremy, Emilio Rojas, they all like sat in the house and they just made an album in a week and that shit turned out.
The 1 week's
I think
notice?
Audio Push,
yeah. That
was Not Your Man's first review.
Was it?
And they all cursed us out. And they all were
some of the
mad.
tracks I thought were dope. I really did.
It was okay, but to me, but I did know it was like a 1 week thing. But like
you could feel it was rushed.
Yeah,
like,
that was my issue.
It wasn't polished.
That was my issue. Was like it was rushed and it wasn't polished. And for something of like those dudes and especially when that dropped, those dudes were dangerous.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so I was kind of let down because, you know, I was very deep into that era. You know what I'm saying? I was very deep into that mode of like, you know, the funk volumes and all that shit. So I was expecting like gasoline, you know what I'm saying? And then I was like, this felt like that's why Demrick till this day hates us, but he's kind of cool with us. Well, yeah, we'll let that rock though.
Yeah, he's a humble dude from like when we met him at the shows and shit. So like,
yeah, but it's honestly that type of stuff, like minus the, you know, the rush side, but that type of stuff it's exciting, bro. Like that shit is dope. Like even though like I may not have loved that project, I loved the whole process of going into it. I like the hype of it. You know what I'm saying? Like, give me any like top rappers now say they're gonna do some shit like that. I'm on board. It could be,
and we can document it. And we can document it. It's content. You know what I mean? It's easy content to make.
All the videos, all that shit.
Yeah, and people love that shit. They feel like they're a part of you when they see that.
Yeah.
Talking about throwback, is it true? Ghostface is actually executive producing the next Wu, like the last Wu album.
I heard, yeah. I've been seeing that for a minute, but hey, sometimes you might need it because if you have to choose someone who's put out like quality content out of Wu-Tang, like consistently, who would you choose to executive produce? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like he arguably puts out the best releases, like the most consistent releases, I'm gonna say, out of anyone there. So I would love to have, that would be fire if he does that. That's an executive move, but like that's a dope decision.
Yeah.
And he's still super active. He's still putting out long ass projects.
100%.
Yeah.
We're fans, like us, we love long projects.
Yeah. It's like, and it's such a like, now it's such a like stigma to put out a long project because a lot of people aren't going to commit to it. Like I get both ends of it, but I do appreciate a nice complete project. Like it could be long if it's complete.
The shit has to be on point.
Yeah. There can't be throwaways.
Yeah, if the shit's like long for no fucking reason.
Yeah, like Lil Wayne's last album, like that Funeral. That shit was like 10 songs too long.
Listen to that shit.
It had like so much heat on it, but it had so much filler too, and it makes me never want to listen to it again. You know what I'm saying? And like, but then you got Royce's project, which I fucking love, the Allegory, and I could listen to that front to back all day. Like I have no problem with it. Like the skits, I love the skits.
It's so complete.
Yeah.
Yo, now John, how do you feel? John, how do you feel about like up and coming artists, like artists at our level? Should we still be releasing albums? Does it make sense for us right now?
For me personally, I treat things like I would like, just from my perspective, for someone to release an album that's like trying to build like like someone trying to build a fan base. I think if you're going to release an album, if you're planning to release an album, do not plan to release an album to pop. Release an album to get something off your chest. You know what I'm saying? Like to do something you absolutely want to do. If you want to take a full risk, if you have a full concept piece and you don't want to let it go to waste, then break free from like the whole big mainstream shit and do something completely for you. Because all that's going to do when you complete and execute the way you want it to sound and do what you want to do, all that's going to do is add more to when you start releasing those short releases. You see what I'm saying?
Facts.
So, but those you have to understand are going to be for you.
Yeah.
And for like your small circle, like your diehards, which is cool.
That's why I want to do like EPs from now on. I'm not looking to do like a full. I was gonna do a full album, but I'm turning it mostly into like singles and EPs because I think like they like the shorter like five, 6 records on a project.
If your focus is for people like just mainly to get to bunch of like new people and you want people to like keep their attention, I wouldn't recommend it. But because like I'm actually in the middle of both. I have a couple of EPs in the tuck, but I'm working on an album. But the album isn't for me to be like, yo, I'm about to pop. The album is for me to showcase and just feel proud that I took the year or two that I've been doing to learn piano, to learn to make beats, to do all this stuff. And I want to really just be like, hey, this is all the work that I've put into something that I'm super proud of. And this is where I feel like I am at right now. Once that album's out, I want people to know that that's the shit that I'm going to bring to my singles. That's the shit that I'm going to, you know what I'm saying? Like, It's for me. Like, it's a concept piece. I had a rough year. This is me expressing it. And that's it. But then I got EPs that I have planned that I'm like, this is my summer EP. This is where I'm going to push this. And this is the single that I'm going to push on top of this. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is what I'm going to try to get some numbers off of.
Yeah, because I feel like my perspective on that became like, because the only full album I did was Suicide Watch.
Which is great.
Imagine you like build this fucking sculpture and somebody's like, yo, I really like the foot. And you're like, and that's what the fuck it feels like when it's like I sculpted this thing from fucking start to finish. Like I put like blood, sweat, and literal fucking tears into this thing. And to have somebody be like, yo, track 16's dope.
Yeah.
Like I like it was like, to me it was like a whole like you have to experience the whole thing.
Yeah.
And it's like I can't like shelve my soul out like that to have it not be interpreted the right way. Like I can't do it anymore. So it's like it takes way too fucking much energy. So it's like, no, I'm not going to do that until I get to another point where like I do have a following. And it's like, okay, look what I can do. I can really script this shit out and like build a fucking album. I'm good for more than like slappers talking about nothing. Like,
Yeah.
It's just nobody's listening to it. You know?
But still, you're still
That's
proud
the
of
tip I'm
Suicide
on.
Watch.
Oh fuck yes.
That's what I'm saying. And you can
100%.
take a lot of things from Suicide Watch. Like, this is why I can do this easily. You know what I'm saying? So it's like Suicide Watch, even though it was for you, it still had a target towards people, but it's still like your monument. Like, it's still a body of work that if people decide to go through your catalog, they're gonna be like, holy shit, when they
It's
actually
still
go listen
good.
to it. Yeah, I still bump it. It's still in my workout playlist, which is a very strange playlist, but it's still in there. It's just got Hamilton and fucking dude, I don't want to talk about it. But
The Hamilton mixtape?
no,
The Hamilton
no,
mixtape?
the Hamilton play. The play is a slapper, bro. That's my shit. I be in here singing mad loud. Dude, the play is fire, bro. I'm like, bro.
I heard it's fire, but that's all I know about it.
Dude, it's for no reason. It's a slapper for no reason. Like, how you gonna make this old ass white dude sound like the most hip hop shit ever, bro? What the fuck is happening right now? That shit is it got bars, like. But anyways, we're not talking about that. But but yeah, I feel you on that. Like, I definitely feel you on that. That's why, like, this album, I've been telling everybody, yeah, I'm working on an album, but there's no date for it. There's no, you know what I'm saying? There's no pressure behind it. Like, if I said, hey, I want a verse from someone, I'm not like hounding them every day, because I'm not planning on releasing it anytime soon. But I love where it's at and I love what it is. So while I'm doing that, I still am working on other things and having a good time with that. But my album, when it comes time for me to work on that, I sit with it and I have a good time. It's like, it's my baby. So, but it's honestly not for, like, you can't say it's not for anyone, because like music is for everyone, but it's not for me to blow. It's not my marketing thing. I'm not like, I have a marketing plan, obviously, but I'm not putting all my eggs into this basket. You know what I'm saying? This is literally for me to clear. This is my therapy. That's what my album is. You know, but I get it. Like, the market, these kids, their attention span is crazy. It doesn't even make sense.
I think it's more than just the attention span factor. I think it's the fact that you can take those 12 to, if you want to do a long 18-song album, and you can stretch that out over the course of a year, where you're in a groove, in a strategy of constantly feeding. They know they're getting fed, like Kairu's doing every Wednesday. Like, it's like the Pavlov's dog, fucking, he's ringing that bell like on Wednesday. He's feeding them.
Yeah.
You
And I know
what I mean?
Like, just to like interject for like real quick with that scheme, I know already, and I see it, that when I'm doing that, I know some shit is going to get skipped, because I know people are going to be like, I'm fucking tired of seeing you, and they're going to take a pause. And I know I'm going to go 3 or 4 weeks without getting plays, but then I know they're going to jump back in and then go backwards. I know that, because it's like, I'm literally watching it happen. Like, my plays like boop, and then they're doing this, but I know for a fact when I stay consistent and it's been like another month or two, they're gonna fucking go back through the shit. So it's like not getting discouraged by the fact that like people are like, okay, I'm tired of seeing you right now, I'm just gonna take a break for a couple weeks. It's like,
because at the end of the day, like, when they take a break, when they jump back into it, they don't want to jump back into it and be like, oh man, I only have one song.
I didn't miss. It's like,
they want to come back hungry. They want to come back like that. And that's, honestly, that's the same thing behind Not Your Man's. Like, we keep it weekly, so people will be like, oh shit, all right, let me catch up, so they can have a good time and like listen, find music and shit. That's why I jump back into the playlist too, because I want people to be like, all right, maybe I did miss a month of music because like I was worried about being sick and all this stuff, like, all this, there's a lot of shit going on. But when they jump back into it, it's like, all right, now I'm starving again for it.
The spikes are higher. Like, it's like a heartbeat. Yeah. Like, when you look at like a streaming, like if you look at over the course of 2 years, it's up and down constantly. Yeah. It's always up and down. But if you're consistent, like Kairu has already like started executing, those peaks, every time it does go back up, it's going to be a little higher every time. Yeah. And you're just going to compound those wins.
And honestly, the more someone sees you, you're going to become, and it's like, you're going to become their household name, like their go-to, you know what I'm saying? The more, they'll see it a few times and be like, oh man, I'm bored. But when they think like, man, I need some hip hop, they're going to know, you're going to be on their mind because you're constantly giving it to them. You know what I'm saying? And that's just how it works. Like that's the way it goes. Like, that's the underground way.
It's also good because you're, like you guys said earlier, you're gonna have a catalog where you could have something a couple of months from now where one song just hits so many people's attention. Now but they didn't know you were doing that, and now they can go back and have so much catalog you can listen to.
Yeah,
and then they're an instant fan. Yeah, it's like a TV show. Like you can catch up on it on Netflix now, and I can watch. I'm binging on fucking Blacklist right now, just like
There you go.
watching all 6.
Eddington ain't the man, bro.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm on season 6 right now. Like there's
Yeah.
6 seasons.
Dude, bro, yo, that dude's a nut.
There's 6 seasons, so like I didn't get put onto it
Go
until
plug
the
in.
show was already out for a couple years.
Yeah.
But then once I
You got it?
learned about it, I was a fan, and I consumed it all. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like,
And
it's
that's
same
a
kind of
dope
concept.
feeling too. Like when someone like, I love when I do shit like that. Like that's the one beauty too of like What Not Your Man's is like when I review something. If I review something at someone from I've never heard of, and I'm like, yo, I'm impressed. I'm gonna fucking devour their catalog. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm gonna go
Yeah.
in. Oh, you joining me?
Hey, Johnny.
Say hi.
Hi.
Yo,
Yeah.
what up?
What's up, Johnny?
How you doing?
You want to hear them? I got to get the other headphones. You want to go watch the movie and then we'll play. We'll do it
No,
later.
I want the headphones.
All right, we're gonna let little man join as well. But yeah, like it's a very real thing. Like that shit is it's very real. Like people don't understand that it's not going anywhere. You know what I'm saying? The music's not gonna go anywhere. There you go. Can
What's
you hear
up,
them?
bud?
My hair. It's hair.
What's up, Johnny?
You get that
I'm gonna
hair
check on my
out
dog
way?
real quick.
just put
Be right back. 1 sec.
Yeah, do your thing.
I'll be right back.
There
What's
you go.
up, bud?
Can you hear them?
What's up?
What's up, Johnny?
What's good, Johnny?
Hi.
What movie were you watching, bro?
I don't know I'm watching.
You don't know what you're watching. You're just
You
watching
don't know?
whatever. You're watching Lilo and Stitch.
Lilo and Stitch.
There you go.
Okay.
All right.
That movie slaps. Good choice.
Yeah, I probably do that.
He's like, you don't need a pop filter with the SM7.
Yeah, yeah. He knows. He learned. He was
I don't
listening in.
know.
Yeah. No, no,
That's why he didn't know what movie he was watching.
Than I do.
no, no, no.
I
paying
don't
attention.
know. I don't know like that. Because
You
I
don't
know
know.
it's true because I know it.
Oh, you know.
Okay.
Don't touch.
You got
Hey,
bars,
hold
Johnny?
He tries. He sings in here all day. Hey, be good. Be good. Brat. This is why you pull out people. But
Johnny, let's hear the bars.
yeah, they want to hear you sing. They want to
Let's hear
see
the
you
bars,
sing.
Johnny.
Go yo yo.
Straight
No,
to
go
hell,
yo yo.
man.
No, I can't do that. I can't how to do that.
All right, buddy. Here, we're gonna get you on the
Follow
TV. Watch-
Johnny.
Ugh.
Kick something.
Ugh.
Kick a 16
Damn, he's heavy, bro.
or kick a 4.
All right, you want to go set up the movie, and then I'll come in there and give you your phone. Ugh.
Yeah.
Brat. All right. I'm gonna be right back too with Kairu's out of commission. But here, come on.
All right. I guess he's gonna have to cut this.
Right,
Yeah,
pretty
that-
much.
yeah.
Oh, man.
Yo, maybe you
here we
might
go.
go up. Yo,
That
up?
happens sometimes. That's why I usually do the Sundays. Sundays. You
yo,
know.
y'all came back at the same time. Look like you guys in the same room because you guys both
Yeah, we played.
Dude,
Yo,
we're
both-
ready to go.
You both wearing blue.
bugged
Yeah,
out.
same
We playing
color.
this shit out.
Oh yeah.
Same color, same fucking.
I identify
it's
with the
weird.
light skin. That's what
Facts,
we did. And
facts.
yeah, we literally have the same fucking booth. We made the same, and you were inspired by me.
Yeah, I saw it. I
know
was like,
you bought this.
Yo,
ooh.
Johnny,
Kyle.
he gets us. He
Kyle,
gets us.
rip
dude.
your sleeves off right now.
Get him out.
I have more tattoos.
Yep.
So. I go.
I
Yo,
need
you
more.
got those quick. When you were on Long Island, you
Oh,
didn't
I
have
know.
those. You
Yo,
just like
man.
See, mine's is
Because
like
I
in a
knew
from
yo.
years.
So like
of
when I was
work.
getting out of the military, right? I was like, I make a lot of money right now. I'm about to be broke as fuck because we were getting out. We were moving to Florida, and I was like, it's not going to be responsible. I'm not going to have the money. I was like, I'm gonna blow all my money on tattoos right now,
Yeah.
and then I'll just be straight. And I was right. I'm broke as fuck, but I got tattoos. I look cool, so it's fine.
See, mine's are a culmination. I get them like one at a time all throughout the years, man. From like most of them were done by my tattoo homegirl back in the day. She was dope. Used to do it at her place or wherever. But then times change and I started trying new people out. But it's all been pieced together like one by one.
I only got two. Me and my wife are both itching to get more, so
Dude.
we just gotta wait for the right time. There's more important investments right now. You know
See,
what
yeah,
I'm saying?
I made a mistake. My first tattoo was high school. And I was like, well, my arm is empty and I need more. And I've never
That's
scratched
how
the
it
itch.
feels.
Yeah.
And that's how I had to finish my arms because it was like, this shit feels empty.
I was actually planning on finishing it for my birthday, but the pandemic was like, yo, what's good? What's good?
That's why I got like a real big one first, so it covers most of my forearm, but I want to like start covering the inside of it because it looks fucking empty as fuck.
Yeah.
It's a real thing, man. It's a real thing. But I immediately back on track. But yo, it's good that we're talking about like the album structure and stuff like that too, like the EP and the singles wave, because like a lot of things that people don't realize, like that's become a marketing tool for albums. Like people will take the streams that they get off of a dope single, and once the album drops with that single on there, it'll push their album up the charts. You know what I'm saying? Like,
and merch bundles, all that shit.
All of that stuff, and that stuff counts. And now you could factor in TikTok and all that other stuff, which is included. You know what I'm saying? I believe now, if you use, I don't know if you guys know about it, Music Match.
I heard.
So Music Match is sick. If you don't have one, I would recommend setting up your account ASAP. But Music Match is the software that Instagram uses when they play the songs with the lyrics.
Oh.
So that counts as well now too. So if you put your song, that counts too. It's just no different than the TikTok algorithm now. So if you put that and people are posting like, 15, 30 seconds of your song with the lyrics and all that stuff, that counts now.
Does it count for every person that listens to it, or just like per post?
I think it counts per post. Like if they post it on their Instagram,
Story.
I think it counts as like a listen.
Okay.
Yeah.
What if you get 10,000 people that watch that story? Do you get the?
I'm not sure.
Right.
I've just looked into it, but hey, you never know.
What was it called again? What was it called again?
Music Match, I believe. Hold on, let me.
Music Match. All right, I'm gonna write that
Music's Match. It's X instead of C, then Match.
Oh.
Yeah, but it's
so edgy.
And it looks cool too. Like if you got, we all got our small circle of people that like legit support us no matter what we do. They'll do it for you, and if they do something and it's got some like heavy lyrics that like someone's like, man, that's relatable, it'll get its due.
You have to upload your lyrics to the DSP when you distribute your music to get it there, right?
So the Music Match, you can upload it through there.
Okay, right.
All right, in a little bit, buddy. But yeah, so there is where you could put it through there. Once you log into it, it's like an aggressive program. It's like, this is how you do it. This is what you're gonna do it for, and it's like straight to your face, straight to the point.
Word.
But that's another good thing. They owe me a check. I'm over here promoting them. We are not sponsored by them. They owe me. I'm just gonna blank it out so it sounds like I'm cursing at you guys. You niggas need to use beep 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 beep. But yeah, man, it's like it's crazy how like the digital world is it's advancing. Like we've literally lived through it and seen it, and it's so aggressive that it's like if you fall off even a little bit, like for example, we're gonna dive into this too, like Status. You do those. Status does a nice thing with the Thursday interviews. He interviews artists on Thursdays on Instagram Live. Now, one that I was particularly like super interested in was watching the one he had. He had Sean Strange on there, and Sean Strange was even like, "Yeah, man, I had to dial it back and reroute my whole marketing, reroute my whole just the way he moved." And I've been listening to Sean Strange since like the Necro day, like since I was super young. And to hear someone who's been around that long literally go, "Yo, I had to sit back and learn this internet stuff," is crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, but that's how aggressive it is. Like someone who's gonna have a fan base forever still needs to do that.
Yeah,
it's crazy. Even with the quarantine now, what I learned through the Let's Build Live, even dudes who came up during this like technology streaming era, not like showing like a modern
get
artist,
left behind.
Yeah, but because of the quarantine, they got to redo their market plan because like from an artist, which tours really, a lot of artists rely on tours. It's one of the biggest marketing things. You hit so many people at once. You know what I mean?
Biggest
and now
check.
without having that, they need new market plans.
Yeah, dude, look at. There's names. I can name some names. Yeah, you can have applesauce. So dude, just black hole. But I got $300 worth of groceries today for free, baby.
Yeah.
Costco, what up?
Eat that applesauce.
Yeah, eat all the applesauce you want.
You could have two.
Yo, facts. Enjoy yourself. But
Enjoy yourself. Let you.
You smart.
Yeah,
you
facts.
loyal.
But the thing that like a good thing that people don't realize like is not everyone's like no one's invincible to it, because everyone, like we all know oh, Cold Summer Challenge. We all know the Jadakiss Challenge. That is a form of them getting into the new school. You know what I'm saying? Because they're not putting out songs that kids could do a stupid TikTok dance to. So that is them doing it. Like, look at Locksmith. He had to do a whole new thing. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of his hustle was touring and doing all this stuff and merch. He's stuck at home. He's like, I got to do something. Let's launch a challenge. You know what I'm saying?
He's done that a bunch of times.
Yeah, but that's going to always keep him internet relevant. Like, even names like him, who he would need it, but like Jadakiss and Fab, they don't need to do that. But seeing them do it shows you like, hey, maybe they're getting, you know, like there's a reason.
Yeah, it's to promote themselves. It's to get the song. People keep saying the song. They know the beat, so it's like it's just imprinted because they see everybody doing it to that specific thing. It's just a marketing strategy. Yeah. But it's like you said, like it was a good analogy where you said you're not going to see fucking Jadakiss doing a TikTok dance, like hitting the whoa, you know what I mean? Yeah. But this is his way of participating in the ecosphere.
Yeah, this is him capitalizing from his network, you know what I'm saying? And that's
his brand.
Yeah, and his brand.
It's on brand.
Yep.
Like it would be off brand to see Jadakiss hitting a Dougie.
Yeah. Facts, which would be hysterical.
That would be the funniest.
I would hate it and love it at the exact same time. But yeah, it's like that kind of marketing it's a crazy thing, but like it's necessary. You know what I'm saying? It's very, very, very necessary. And people don't realize that like you got to do what you got to do to stay active, to stay relevant. And it's just like stuff like that, like to see someone do things like that to come down a network, that's what we don't realize is like that's the equivalent to the hot single. You know what I'm saying? That was blowing up on the radio. Because back in the day, that's all you needed. You had a single, it was on the radio. You could tour off that single. You were solid. You know what I'm saying? But now that's not it. That's not the world we're in anymore. You know what I'm saying? You want your stuff to blow up on these little platforms, these small ends, to become a hot single, to go somewhere else first. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, it's crazy, bro. But you got to keep active, and if you can't, then you're gonna have, you're gonna struggle a little bit, and that's what people don't realize. Like you gotta be willing to play the game.
Yeah,
you gotta be willing to play the game. You can't be out here discouraged. You can't be out here like letting something simple throw you off, off brand, or else then everything's gonna take you down. What's gonna happen when TMZ's fucking you up and you can't do nothing about it? You know what I'm saying? What are you going to do? You're going to sit here and be pissed about it and go into TMZ's fucking Instagram comments? Like, hey, fuck you. Like, no one's going to care. They're going to screenshot that and then post that. You're going to look stupid as hell, you know?
You just got to send heart emojis.
Yeah. You do. They'll use it against you.
Yeah. And then it turns you into a bad guy.
I just turned sexually aggressive against anybody that talks shit. Anyone that talks shit to me, like I'm just like, yo, you want to fuck?
Yeah.
Some kid the other day made
the Mike Tyson approach.
My picture, his profile picture, and I went to do that shit, but he was like a high school student. I was like, nah, I'm not getting fucked up over telling this fucking kid some bullshit. Like, no. I just backed off. I was like, you're good, bro. Be a weirdo over there.
Catch a pedo charge.
For some internet shit.
2020.
And honestly, real talk, like the internet is dangerous. So when Not Your Man's was first coming to, before we hit the stage we're at now, where people are more or less respect us than they hate us.
I was once a part of Not Your Man's.
Facts. WLP too, man. Yeah. So the wave with it was like we were very much hated when we first came out, rightfully so. That's fine. But now we're respected because people realize we're consistent. Here, put this back. People realize we're consistent and we actually care about what we do. So what happened was we went off on someone. We ragged on someone, and it was like intense. And I got a little intense because I was just lost in the sauce. I was like, I gotta defend things. I'm gonna just fuck people up in the comments. You got it? Here, give me. This boy, bro, you gotta do some push-ups. So I got lost in the sauce or something, and I said something, and me being like a completely different age than this kid, I made an insult that was like regular to us. You know what I'm saying? Like, something that we were just regular, like a joke. And this motherfucker went on Twitter and reposted it and like flipped the whole narrative and was like, yo, this motherfucker's, he's homophobic, this, that, and the fifth. And I'm like, whoa. And we got eaten alive on Twitter. I'm like, whoa. But that's
it
what I'm
happened
saying.
So fast.
Just like that, we were literally getting hate commented for like 2 days straight by the whole like LGBTQ community. And I'm like, bro, that's way out of context. I'm like, that's not what we, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, that's not what we said. And it was like, and the comment was funny. I said like, I think it was like, I was like, bro, you look like you pee sitting down. It was like something as simple like that. Yeah. And this went, it blew up. We had a whole communry like coming for us. Like literally coming after us.
They were probably coming sitting down.
Yep. they were all sit down peeing and commenting. And I was like,
I remember that comment. I can't remember the name of the person, but I remember that
his
comment.
name too, but I remember I posted it in our story like, bro, this is happening right now. And it was like just like that. The narrative was flipped. And
I gotta
we were
say,
hated.
John, you do have a lot of quotables, bro. Yo, you with the Not Your Mans, you got a lot of quotables.
Because I am naturally, what people don't understand, the reason I had the gall to start a page like Not Your Mans is because I live that talk shit. Like I talk, I am a clown, bro. Like I am I talk shit, I crack jokes all day, whether people like it or not, and that's just my personality. I've always been like that. So Not Your Mans is second nature. I'll get you in a little bit, buddy. And so it's just like second nature to me. I am just like, that shit is not, it's not even a thought to me. When I'm writing something, I'll write some stupid shit. It's like that. And like, I'll just be laughing at myself.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, you know, and people don't get that. And it's
come up with shit where I'm like, what?
because you can see the shit is visual, but I've been a clown my whole life. It's not like Not Your Man's made me a clown. Like, no, I've been a clown. You know what I'm saying? Like
10 years in the making.
yeah, like this is high school, baby.
I put my 10,000 hours in times 10.
Facts.
That's
The minute I see this project's for cats, I'm like, all right, break out the popcorn. I gotta see this.
Because you can
No,
see
you're
them,
wild.
you can see the people when I say shit. But like, that's also like, but that's part of it too. Like, that's why I'm not afraid to go that far, because I also push like on Not Your Man's. Like, I'm an artist too. Like, I can get creative that way too. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can do that too. Like, fuck with me. You know what I'm saying? And if you can't, you can't. Like, if people want to rap, fuck it. If you come at us, I'm going to clap back, but I will post your rap on the page. Like, we have in our highlights verses from people who literally cooked us. Like, we're promoting them on our page. Because why the fuck not?
Yeah. Cross promotion.
And
That's it.
Like, y'all listen sometimes to the most trash shit.
Worst.
Like, you have to sit and listen. You have to take 30 minutes out of your day and listen to this absolute fucking garbage. So it's like, you're doing them a service by even talking about them.
Not only that, but and then I have to deal with like them hyping it up in the comments for like an hour. So it's like, it's one thing to send me a project and I'm like, cool, thanks, and I'll review it. But if I have to like keep opening up the Instagram app to keep looking at you send me messages like, yo, I promise you it's fire, and arm emoji and all that, I'm just building up hatred. I'm just like, oh boy, this better be fire. This better be fire. And if it's not, I'm coming for you, yo. Like today.
They're setting the bar too high for themselves.
Yeah, today we actually had the first review I posted today was a bad red stamp. I said the kid sounded like he has no table manners. This kid So this kid I cooked him, but all week he was just like, bro, hyping us up. I respect what you guys do, and but he's trying to butter us up, and I'm like, bro, please stop.
It's not.
And he was like, and I had the review ready. The review was done weeks ago, and I'm like, bro, this is not gonna be good. And he's like, I support you guys. I got another single coming. Is this is fire? You know, I've been making. He's telling me his life story, and I'm just like, oh, this red stamp gonna hurt. It's gonna hurt. And the second it posted, I just get a notification like sent you a message, and I'm like, oh boy, here it comes. He handled it somewhat like a champ, but still, it's like, bro, like you set yourself up for that, like. Let's keep it a business. Like I threw him some stuff like, yeah, we'll help you with this and that and the fifth, but like, don't think that's gonna get you a good review. Like, we got to keep it a buck. Like, everyone can get it. Word. Everyone can get it. You know what I'm saying?
Even fucking, that was dope though when like Paul Wall stopped by and was like, yo, like appreciate it.
He had a full conversation with everyone.
He was so chill about it. And it's like, if you can't be like that, this shit isn't for you.
Thank you.
Like if you can't handle somebody being like super out of left field about you, it's not for you, because that's all that's ever gonna happen. You're just gonna focus on that shit.
Yeah,
like you gotta be able to handle like good criticism and just way troll out of left field bullshit, like everything in between.
And he was so good about it. Like, not only did he like talk about that review, he recognized our last review. Like, this is Paul Wall, bro. That's the People's Champ. He don't have to recognize us. He was like, hey, I saw that you guys loved Give Thanks and hated this project. I know some people that hated Give Thanks and loved this project. So he kept it a buck, but he was like, hey, it just is what it is. And he was just like, I appreciate you guys just giving me an honest take on it. And that, like, you took the time to listen to it. And like, that's coming from someone who made a song with Kanye. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, like a hit, a super slapper with Kanye.
That shit with 50 was fire too.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I know. Facts. But it's like,
the most respect, because he has
shit with Nelly Grills.
Swisher House.
And that's the thing. He has no real reason to stop by and like talk to you.
No reason.
Yeah.
No reason.
And he fucking did. And like that's the fucking dopest shit.
Yeah, and he like he's literally like we're humans, but not just us. The people that commented too. He was having full conversations with people in the comments. Like, that's fire, bro. Like, that's the type of artist energy I'm trying to put out in the world. You know what I'm saying? Because it's at the end of the day, it just is what it is. You can't win everybody over. And like, that's what we try to stress. Like, we try to stress that, like, yo, we're just one, like, it's just one reviewer. And then you can, if you want to listen to everyone else's take on it, you have that opportunity. But
it's a one take, like, it's
one
first listen, right?
That's it. We keep it very fair, because like, I feel like people give named artists all the benefit of the doubt. And that to me is never going to be fair. You know what I'm saying? Like, why is someone going to listen to a Nas project, which is trash, that fucking Lost Tapes 2, 5,000 times to realize, okay, there's some good songs on there. But then when someone puts out some heat, you're going to bump it once, like, oh, that was cool, and never give them a chance. And while you're looking to give Nas a good, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's not fair.
People give Nas too much
now,
credit.
Dude, Lost Tapes 2 was garbage.
It's like, man, puts out shit.
Yeah, Lost Tapes 2 was garbage. It had 4 beautiful songs on it, 4 great songs, and then the rest were trash. And like, but like, the thing is, people will listen to that.
I'm not here to review.
People will listen to
I'm not here to give a review.
Putting
you gotta
out
pay me
trash.
extra for that.
Yeah.
Legend.
You gotta pay me extra
Don't
for
get
Nas
butthurt right now.
Facts.
Don't get fucking physically assaulted.
Yeah.
Over us saying Nas put out some bullshit.
Yeah, and it just
not saying that.
But anyone can put out garbage. Like, why did people listen to that last Drake release, which was very boring, the demo project, 1,000 times just to say, man, this is good? Like, no, that's not fair.
You know what's really crazy about the way, like, personal evolution and music evolution is, I for like the last 10 years I hated Drake, and then like I hit this point in my life. Yeah, I hit this point in my life where I'm looking back and I'm like, yo, I get it. I get why this dude is as big as he is. Yeah. And I really appreciate the music. It's fucking crazy how that happens too.
I got kicked out of the car on tour. I'm in Ontario and I told them, yo, I hate Drake. And
don't do that in Canada.
That's this motherfucker too, man. I was talking. This motherfucker says I hate Big Sean. I about fucking put my foot through the goddamn floor of the car. Like, are you fucking kidding me right now?
Yeah.
This motherfucker. I remember me and Jay were like, "Are you fucking kidding me?" Like,
yeah, which is crazy. But see, but that I understand.
5 out of 10.
I hated Big Sean at first. I hated Big Sean at first because I knew his like radio hits. But like when he first came out, when you
so fucking underrated.
When he released
famous mixtapes,
when he released Detroit, I was like, this is amazing. And then I went back to the other tapes, and I was like,
in Detroit, he was a beast.
Yeah,
Detroit's his pinnacle. I feel like.
Yeah, Detroit, he was banging with
Detroit's
the
his
best. He banged with a cold J. Cole, like banged with him. You know what I'm saying?
I agree with you.
Yeah,
that's his best body of work by far.
Yeah. And it's not to slight anything after it. He put out some quality stuff after it.
Dark Sky Paradise, one of my favorite albums. I love Dark Sky Paradise.
Yeah,
so good.
Dark Sky Paradise was cool. I thought I Decided was a little better, but
I decided it was great.
I think is my if I had to put him, I Decided would be first, and then Dark Sky Paradise.
But yeah, I
need some shit from him. I need some new shit from him. That's like I Decided was so good.
Yeah. Yeah, it's crazy. Like, it's crazy how, like, music, like, but that's how it works. So, you know what I'm saying? But, like, Big Sean, like, if it wasn't for that project, but see, the reason Detroit was so fire to me, the first time I listened to it, I was like, this is special. And that's how I like to treat all my music. That's why anyone. I can review someone. I can review a nobody, and they will get a fucking 9 out of 10, 10 out of 10 if they deserve it, just as much as a famous dude. You know what I'm saying? Because I want something to move me the first time I listen to it. You know what I'm saying? And that's the kind of energy I want to keep. Like, I don't think it's fair for people to dissect the project just because they know their fans are gonna give them likes for the review and all sorts of shit like that. Like, that's ridiculous because there's
it comes with it though.
Yeah, it comes with
the fame and the fandom. You know what I mean? That's just a part of the game. That's something. It's never gonna be equal. It's never gonna be 100% fair. But we can have people that are advocating on our behalf, like that. You know what I mean?
And that's why we want to fight back. And that friction that we cause, that's our lane. You know what I'm saying? And that's a lane I like. And I feel like we play the middle ground very fairly. Like, we got stupid ass emojis for young kings, for young idiots and stuff like that. And then we got like a paragraph for like the more adult people who want to read something, but it's short. Nothing's too disheartening. We got a big ass red stamp just so if you want to know, oh, is this fire or not? Boom. You see a big ass check or a stamp. It's simple. Everyone, hey, stop. Everyone can do it. She's Buzz Lightyear blasting at me. But
I saw what you were playing, son.
He's crazy. But it's like that kind of simplicity. And there's still a complexity to it. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's still the criticism. Like, we play a lot of sides. Like, we play a lot. There's a lot that goes into it. It isn't as simple as like, oh, I listened to it. This is whack. LOL. Whack, whack. No, you know what I'm saying? We're like, hey, this is trash. The mix is trash. You sound stiff. You know, like, it's criticism in there, but it's aggressive because nobody wants like a passive aggressive, like, oh, it could have been better. No, like, we're going to get after
Well, I like it. I like it.
yeah, because that hurts. When someone's like, "Oh, it's cool." I think what you guys
do well, like on top. I really hate when people like have an artist, right? And you're like, "I fucking hate this artist," and you write them off after you've decided you don't like them. So I think what you guys do really well with the platform is that it doesn't matter if somebody got a red check and you were like, "This shit is absolute trash. I fucking hate it." They could submit another project the next week,
and it could be fire.
Like, yeah, and you're like, "Yo, I vibe with this," and I hate when people write artists off
because
they're like, "I didn't like this." Because I will hate somebody, right? And they'll put a piece of music out, and I'm like, I'm gonna check that out because you might make me a fan. And like, funny enough, if we go back, like 2009, I fucking really didn't like MGK, right? Yeah. When he first came out, I was like, oh, this dude's corny as fuck. I don't like him. I'm a huge fan now. He is a fucking phenomenal artist.
I'm on the opposite spectrum for you.
No, I didn't.
I liked him when he first came out. I liked him at first. Yeah, same.
And I'm like, I don't like the Blink-182 shit. I
like that shit, but I even mean like as he moved into the rap.
Yeah, no, I feel you.
The new shit I think is really great. Like he's good at the fucking transition, dude, but that's my personal opinion.
Yeah, and I respect it.
Yeah.
I also didn't like Mac Miller at first. When I first heard Mac Miller, I really didn't like that college vibe, that Sam Adams fucking Asher Ross shit.
I was all up in that shit.
I hated it. I fucking hated it.
They were talking to me at that time.
Yeah. And so like you go forward though, like just a little bit, and I'm glad that I like gave him more chances because he wound up being like when that dude passed away, like I cried, like literal fucking tears in my eyes because like his music touched me so much, and that's what you got to do, like not writing people.
Yeah, just because of one thing, like. Even Season and Status, y'all gonna know about this. I remember y'all always like, yo, John Russ. And I'm like, man, I can't stand that motherfucker. He got a green check from me. I was like, I'm not mad at this project, though. I don't like the dude. His
you know what's interesting?
Trash, but I rock with it.
That's interesting. Like, I caught him before. I caught his music before he was like what he is right now.
Me too.
He was like I'll say he was definitely like a little famous when I caught his shit, but he hadn't like blown the fuck up.
Yeah,
like he couldn't sell out. We had this little venue in Albuquerque, and he didn't sell that shit out the first time he came there, and it's a tiny venue. So like that's when I kind of found out people were like, oh, Russ, like in town, and I was like, let me check this dude out. And I thought he was fire then. I was like, yo, this dude's super fire. And then as it's moved on, now I don't really like what he's been doing.
Yeah,
like,
his
I just
whole
don't
attitude
feel like,
does not match the music.
No, it's not as hungry either. Like when like What We Want, when I heard that song first, I was just like, oh my God, this is like dumb fire. This dude's onto something. And it's just like, I don't know. It's bland to me now.
Yeah, like there's certain energy lost.
I fuck with the whole messaging. I fuck with his interviews. I like his music.
Yes.
I
And
thought
that's
it should
why I
be good.
started dropping.
Like,
That's my plan. My one a week thing came from
Yeah.
watching Russ be interviewed, and I was like, that's genius. Like, I don't write him off as a person. I just think that like some of his moves, have been whack.
Yeah,
but when
he had some whack moves. That's why
when
I
you're
was turned
that
off to him, 'cause
fucking
that's what I
big,
learned
though,
of him
like
from.
that's gonna happen.
Yeah.
When you're that fucking big, like you're gonna do some shit where you're like, okay, I don't fuck with that.
I recall John not liking him even before, like the jumping smoke perp and shit. I remember like
that was so whack.
at the diner and shit.
It's so hard.
Yeah.
It's so hard to stand behind a dude and be like, I fuck with you when you do some pussy shit like that.
Yeah, that shit's corny. And before that, I was just like, I don't know if I can do this.
What happened?
I don't think
It's a lot. It's a lot to dive into.
It's way too much to talk right now.
And then
I'm just gonna say, I don't
I don't know who
necessarily
jumped-
disagree with.
Russ jumped.
It's again,
He
it's a
didn't
lot
do
to get
shit.
into. It's
Yeah,
a lot
it's
to
way-
dive into. It's very.
I'm googling tonight.
Yeah,
bro.
it's not. You're gonna be like, what a shitty thing. You're gonna be like,
Yeah,
this
like-
sucks.
I respect it though, cause he was getting bullied online. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I think
love
he's too
being-
sen-
bullying
I
needs to
think-
keep
You're getting-
consistent online.
Yeah, but
Imagine
what I'm
you
saying
get
is,
bullied and you walk up and you fucking stick somebody,
Everybody's
and then your
got their
fucking
point.
bodyguards jump in. Like, I'm gonna get my one fucking shot off, and then my bodyguards are gonna
you
fuck
can't
you
control.
up. That's
They're
so
protecting
put-
their asset.
Yeah.
They're protecting their business asset.
Yeah, but
No,
he
it's not-
knew what he
but
was
don't
doing.
do that
But
shit.
he
That's
knew
don't
what he
play
was
that hard
doing
game.
because
Yeah.
Chris Brown has been in more DMs talking about let's fight somewhere neutral where no security is gonna jump in than more humans, and Chris Brown's bigger than a goddamn
posted
Russ.
the address. Though.
Yeah.
No, Chris Brown would post the
Russ
address
can do the
so he
same
knew-
thing.
So he knew the person
He's,
wouldn't
he's
show
like
up.
5'2". Like, why is he talking that shit though?
No, well,
At 5'2".
my whole thing is like artists in general are sensitive.
Yeah.
Like from
Because
like a mass thing, artists in general are sensitive. So he got people aren't talking
Emotional.
shit. People aren't talking shit no more.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I respect it from a standpoint like if you're backed into a corner, are you gonna just curl up to a ball, or are you gonna like? I personally wouldn't approach it that way.
Yeah. But you get it.
I fuck with the mind's mentality.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I think that's what Russ brings to the table the most is his mentality and his approach to the music business. You know what I mean? I think that's why I'm a fan.
And I love that he has dealt with a lot of shit like head up. Like Joe Budden talked a bunch of shit, right? And then like they sit down and talk to each other, and there's nothing there.
And that's dope. And that's dope.
And he threw bars.
But see, that's a thing too. Like Joe Budden does that better than most people. Joe Budden will make something the most dramatic, most aggressive thing ever, but when he's actually talking to them, he's a human about it. And like a lot of people can't separate the two. Like when Nicki Minaj went at him and she was just acting like a bird, she couldn't separate the two. She didn't get what he was trying to do because he has a business to run. His business was built on his ignorance sometimes, and that's the thing, so you have to understand that's part of his game. So if you're gonna be if you're gonna be a guest at his game, it's gonna promote both of you. Like, don't be a bird about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, understand that he was also trying to talk to you when you're face to face with him. Like, people don't get that, and that's the mentality that I fuck with. Like, I can say some wild shit, but I'm not gonna say something I'm not gonna say to your face. But I also still can talk normal to you. Like, you can tell me, you can say some wild shit to me on the internet, but if you're like, yo, let's have a talk, I'll be like, yo, let's have a talk. I'm never gonna turn that down because if business is business, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then nothing's lingering. You're always willing to handle it head on, and then
That's it.
You don't got to worry about it.
Yeah, and that's it. And that's honestly, that's a lot of what like I try to put out with the platform. Like, I try to make it it's for us, by us. You know what I'm saying? It's for the artist, by the artist. Anyone that we have stamped to death, cursed out, whoever's blocked us, any bullshit knows if they send it the right DM, I would be like, talk nice. Like, let's talk. And that doesn't exclude anyone. Even that dude who fucking reported his review and got it taken down.
That happened?
This dude is like kind of a name where he's from. This dude, he did songs with like Nicholas F., who used to, roll with Drake and shit back in the day. And this dude went on some bird spree and got his shit taken down. He like reported and got all his fans to report it and all this fuck shit. He can still hit us up.
That's crazy.
Yeah, because like that's the energy that I'm trying to put out there, bro. Like that's the game, bro. Because at the end of the day, I'm not trying to stab nobody. I want them to know that first and foremost, because people that will stab you are the people that are coming at you aggressively nice. You know what I'm saying? And that's that bird shit, bro. Like, and we're not about that. We keep it a buck. Like, dude, when I went to a fucking known New York artist, I went to Bad Seeds listening party. He invited us out, which was dope. And I was like, yeah, I wasn't feeling all the songs, but I was like, I was feeling most of the songs, but I was telling him straight, like, that one was whack. Like, that's just how I am, you know? And that's real energy. I'm not gonna bullshit nobody, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and an artist is gonna respect it. I mean, I think you approach it differently in person, though. You know what I mean? I don't think you would like hit with like I don't think you would crack the jokes as much. You know what I'm saying?
It depends on if it's something bad enough. It depends if it's something I remember. If it's something like if you say a whack bar, I'm never gonna let you down on it. If you say some terrible shit, I'll be like, bro, that was ass. But yeah, I get what you're saying too. Like,
yeah, the whole point I'm trying to make is like when you're in person though, like I feel like as an artist, like I think
because then it's no business.
We can agree we appreciate it. No, we appreciate it because it's like, because we're always gonna think our next shit is the dopest shit, but then we're gonna have our moments where we're doubting the fuck out of it.
Yeah,
the same song that you loved like yesterday, you could be doubting the next day as an artist. Like, is it really dope? Like, am I really good? Like, or am I like? I think everybody goes through that a little bit.
Oh yeah, that's so crazy. Like, even more 100%. So, like, I love songs. The songs of mine that I love the most, nobody fucks with. Like, my favorite songs that are of mine. So, like, Left Brain on the first project, that was my fucking work of art, and like nobody fucked with it. On Suicide Watch. I can't even remember the name of the song right now, but there's a song on Suicide Watch that I made about like religion and shit, and nobody fucking listens to it, but it's like the most intricate fucking thing I've ever written in my life.
That shit hurts.
And that's just how it is. And it's like other things you're like, is this stupid? I think this is dumb, but somebody will be like, yo, this is fire, and you're like, is it though? Is it?
That shit hurts sometimes. Sometimes like that shit'll low key hurt. You're like, yo, this is my mecca.
When
and people
you're like, this is my baby, and somebody's like, nah, I don't fuck with that.
It's the least
I like this
streamed on your.
That's how it is. Now I'm interested because I don't even remember the name.
Yeah, I feel that like that kind of, you know, and that honestly that comes with the game, bro. That comes with the game, bro. And like people have to understand like. It's okay to be sensitive. Like all artists, we're gonna have a little bit of sensitivity to us, period, because we're exposing ourselves to potentially the world. You know what I'm saying? All the time. Like we're literally setting ourselves up to be pretty much under the microscope of the planet. Like that's literally what we're working towards.
That Out of My Mind, like that joint that fucking Season put out, Out of My Mind. Like he sent that shit to me all timid as fuck. Like. Not like confident. It was like, yo, can you listen to this? Would you mind? And I was like, yo, this joint is so fucking fire. You need to drop it like right now. And he was like, oh, I didn't think you like it. And it was like, this is like the dumbest fire. Like this is so fucking good.
I said that from like a vibe perspective, just like based off the music you put out. Like I was like, I wanted like a critique on the mix and shit. I was like, I didn't think you would like the song just because. You know what I mean? Like I'm hitting like the highest notes that I've ever hit. You know what I mean? I'm just experimenting, trying shit. Like
everything, though.
You know what I mean?
It's very real, man. That's very real. That's literally me with this album. This album's so different than anything I've ever done, and I'm just like nervous, and I like love it, but I'm like, fuck. When it's time to actually release this, I'm gonna have a meltdown. I'm gonna have a full on meltdown. But it is what it is, you know.
Yeah, I got some records too. Like I got some records I'm doing shit I've never done in my life, and I'm like,
how are people gonna like?
I've heard.
Yeah, I got a record I don't even want to talk about, but I sent it to Season, and I make fun of myself for it every day. And Season was like, "Yo, I like this," and I was like, "Yo, you lying to me?"
It's one of those tracks that like you tried and you never can accept.
They're gonna tell me April Fools when I drop it in like July. You know?
Yeah, so he like prefaced it like he started off by saying like. You're gonna laugh. Like I don't even want to show you. You're gonna laugh. Like
he hyped it up negatively.
So like when I heard it, I couldn't help but laugh just because like it is so left field of status.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like of status, what he built his brand to be.
Yeah.
Like it's status.
Yeah.
Like he's screaming shit. Like it's so left field to that. You know what I'm saying? So like. But it wasn't for that attempt of trying to do something so left field.
Yeah.
I was like, yo, you caught me saying it. You know what I mean? Saying like quotables like of it, like the melody and shit, just like by myself. So I'm like, there's something there. Like,
you
know,
and it's like work to it because no one's just gonna be good at something. You're not just gonna be like, yo, I want to try that, and then you're like, I'm the best at it ever. No, you got to do it a couple times.
You can naturally be maybe a little bit better than the next person at first, but like if that person works harder, he's eventually gonna surpass you.
Exactly.
Yo, John, I got my break on. I
was actually just about to say something that sticks in my mind is like this shit had to have happened like 10 years ago. I was watching a fucking interview with Drake when he literally before his first project. And he was talking about him showing a friend his music, but he didn't say it was him. And he was like, "What do you think about this?" And she was like, "This is fucking trash." And he was like, "The singing." She was like, "The raps are okay, but the singing is fucking ass."
Yeah.
Like, let me listen to Ludacris instead. Yeah, and then like turns out she was fucking with Ludacris. Like,
that's
the
shit. Fucking thing is like you got to step into some boundaries. You're not necessarily going to be good at it at first.
Exactly. But you got to try it. Like you'll never know, and you'll never get better if you don't try it.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but story. I feel
that's
like
the song I sent to you, Cairo. I've never put out that single we got, the one the fickle that we put out. I've never done no shit like that, and I was like, "Yo, Cairo, you trying to hop on this?" Because I was like, "Man, I don't know, I wasn't too comfortable."
You know what was super funny is you sent me a beat before that, and I was in Season's basement. You sent me a beat before that, and I was like, "This isn't me." And then
yeah. I tried to get you on a boom bap.
I remember him playing that shit.
Why the fuck would you not send me this first? Like Like, why would you send me this other thing?
In my head, it was like, all right, I wanted to get you to do some boom bap. Because you always told me, like, I don't do boom bap. And I'm like, fuck out of here. Because I never believed it because I have confidence in your pen. But I was like, all right, I didn't want to send you that second one because I was like, I know that's your bag. And I was like, I'm going to get killed. But I was like, you know what? After you were like, you don't want to do that one, I was like, fuck it. Let's let him kill me. Let me learn. And, it came out dope. Like,
dope.
Yeah, the track came out dope. And I was like, all right, I'm not mad at it. But I tried it because that, like, I knew I could rap a little bit like that, but I've never actually done a song like that. So I was like, yo, why not pick someone who that's their bag to back me up just in case I'm trash on it?
Yeah. I mean, I did some boom bap I know you're working on now. Sitting in the fucking. It's not that I can't do it.
I know, you just, it's just that
I don't prefer to do it.
Yeah.
The collab for the Crown's kind of like a boom bap beat.
It is a little boom bappy.
Yeah. You actually did something with my drummer in my old band, and I found out recently about it.
Yeah.
And that's dope. Small world shit, because that's like a random.
Well, he followed me a long time ago and was like, I think had listened to Suicide Watch and hit me up and was like, this shit is so dope. And then like I started like listening to his beats, and so
his
like
beats
I
are wild.
Yeah, and like when he sent me, I think he posted that beat on Instagram, and I messaged him immediately, and I was like, I need to fucking work on that. Like, you need to send me that shit.
Yeah,
and since then, I've told him like we're definitely gonna do more. Like that's not dope. The last one for sure.
Yeah, that's dope. That's my dude Brett, man. That's awesome. But yeah, man, small world, but that's dope, man. But yeah, man, I'm not. We well over past the hour. I can talk all day, but I'm not gonna do that. I like to keep the episodes kind of at an hour ish. But this was solid, right? This ain't that bad, right? Nice little powwow, man. It's catch up, it's fun shit, and when people listen to it, they get a bit of a like, hey, I feel like I get to know
insight.
It's not like professional
insight into our worlds.
Yeah, I don't like that whole professional like, oh, so how do you like DJ Vlad incriminate, like asking stupid questions, like how are you guys doing? All right, let's talk shit. Let's get to it.
That's the best shit.
For real. But
I don't know how to sit and be like, well, I am on this plan. I'm doing like I don't know how to do that.
Nah, you just let it flow.
I just know how to make fucking dick jokes and like be excessive.
Facts. Dude, I am all about shit like that. Dad jokes, dick jokes, all funny to me. But all right, man, but this is the hip hop spot where you guys plug in whatever's recent, whatever you guys that's out, last release, all that blah 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 stuff. So we're gonna start with WLP, who's on this side of me. Go ahead, sir. What you got out or what's coming out? Give us some info. What's good? What do people need to listen to understand you rapping about bitches all the time?
I got to be honest about that statement. I never realized I did. You're the second person to point it out. Walco pointed it out. Mark pointed it out. My boy from South Carolina pointed it out. I've come to the realization that I really do. Wow. It's just, I've been up with slick shit. You can ask Status. I just do it, dude. I do it.
It's the best. It's like, to me, it's impressive. It's like, I'm like, yeah, like, how is he going to flip it? And he does it. Yeah, he's consistent, and I respect it, man. It's great. But yes, tell everybody what you're working on or what you have out or what's coming out so people know what to look for.
Of course, the egg roll project is still out, but
Yes,
I
sir.
got a few more coming this summer.
It's a little derivative.
One in the summer and one in the fall. I'm not going to say the name of the first one, but the second one was the Sup Roll EP, which
Yes,
is
sir.
coming this fall.
Nice.
It'll be a good time as I'm quoting someone who I'm not going to name.
That's 10 cents every time you use this. 10 cents.
$1 right now, bro. He owes you $1, bro.
Oh, he owes me a couple dollars, but salute to that, man. So WLP, check him out. It's WLP on everything, and me and him have a project out called Egg Roll, so you can look up WLP and John D Contradiction. Very smooth, light skin raps. There's a lot of funny shit on there too, but salute to that. But yo, Season, let's talk about it. What you got out and what's coming?
So I recently released 2 singles. One titled "The Ball Drop." I released right before 2020.
Fire.
I had a little bit better, more clarity with my 2020 vision before, you know what I mean, 2020 really hit. I don't think any of us were expecting it.
No, not at all.
But then I also got a single called "Out of My Mind." Both of them were produced by me. "Out of My Mind" features my uncle Eric on the bass.
Fire.
And then I got a lot of music coming out soon. Follow me on all socials at The Season LI for Long Island 13.
Yes, sir. All right, Kairu, talk nice, man. What you got out and tell them about your Monday stuff, man. Give people the scoop.
My Monday stuff.
Just
Wednesday.
some drops, man. Wednesday's my fault.
Yeah, every fuck. So Wick Wednesday, I drop some shit every Wednesday. I think now I've been doing it for like 2 months. I think I got like 8 or 9 songs. I can't remember. But every single fucking Wednesday, I drop a new song. It's up to now. It's been 3 SoundClouds, 1 Spotify, like every month. But I'm about to switch to doing 2 all streaming, like 1 SoundCloud, 1 video. I'm making that transition. But Instagram, KYRU_WIK, and that's where I post all the fucking time. I don't really use shit else.
All right, solid. You're not still doing the Twitch shit?
No. Oh, fuck, yeah, good reminder. I didn't even fucking remember that shit.
I got
so I'm
you. What
working
does
too
this?
on mixing my music on Twitch and streaming on Twitch. I just, up until like June, I'm taking 3 fucking classes right now. It's rough. So, but after about June, I'm planning to like be doing it once a weekend, here and there. But I'm getting there.
All right, solid, man, solid. And then Status, man, talk nice to the people. What you got coming, and tell them about the things you do. Where you most active.
All right, well, what's it called? Go find me on all social media, Status631, one word. I'm going to be dropping a lot of singles starting June. I got a single. I don't have the date yet, but it'll be determined soon. Every Thursday, I interview artists live, talk about their craft, what they've done. I'll do producers, artists. I mean, last night we had an up and coming inspiring tattoo artist that was jumping on there. If you want to talk music, hit me up. And besides that, just getting ready for this quarantine to end so we can go back on tour and shit,
Hey, solid, man. Solid, man. I'm going to give my little roundup because, I'm always watching y'all. But definitely check out WLP. He's back on his Sup World shit. It's good to see him doing that. My man, Season. And Kairu, they just dropped the video. I know they didn't bring it up, but they dropped the video.
We did. He just brought that shit up.
For the clap for the crown. Yeah, I brought it up like very briefly, guys.
Yeah,
I was trying to hop in.
Talk nice about it, man. It's for the crown. They got a video that's out, and I'm gonna, obviously link everything. And Status covered his whole like interview thing that he does with people on Instagram. It's a dope little movement. It's good for people to network, and everyone's working, man, and it's solid. I stand by these dudes 1,000%. That's why I was like, I want to do this interview talk with these dudes. I stand by them, and they will not let you down. And there was one more that I'm supposed to jump on, Alpha Male, him too. All right, I stand by these dudes.
Not anymore.
Not Alpha no more. Yeah, not him anymore.
We'll reconvene next week and
we'll
come
see
to a deliberation.
Yo, facts.
I'm the one they call Alpha Male.
But yeah, man, yo, I truly appreciate y'all, man. This was a good ass time, and this is where I cut it off.